Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined now by Legolas himself, the brilliant Mr. Orlando Bloom! Orlando, lovely to see you here. It seems like only yesterday we were here for the Lord of the Rings and now we're here for the Hobbit. Does it surprise you at all, the devotion of the fans to these series of movies?
I think it's, it's amazing, isn't it? When you think about some of the people here weren't even born when we were premiering The Lord of the Rings. That's the really crazy thing. But, I think the combination between, J.R. Tolkien and Peter Jackson, it's like a marriage made in heaven, isn't it, really? I think that the fans have been able to feel quite reassured that the stories have been in the safe hands of Peter Jackson, and he's a visionary who's brought it to life, in a way that they know is, I think Tolkien would probably be quite chuffed about it too, in a way.
I'm sure he would. And for you, returning to Legolas for these movies, how was that, stepping back into his elven shoes?
Well, look, I was 21 when I was cast in Lord of the Rings, and I'm 37 now, let's put it like that. And if you told me that I'd be like standing here talking about this character, I wouldn't have believed it. But when Pete finally signed up to do the movies, I did say to him, look, if you want me to don the blonde wig and pointy ears, I'd be happy to do it. Leggy's he's the action elf, isn't he? He comes on, pouts a bit, shoots a bow and arrow, saves the day a little bit, and then exits screen right or screen left, you know what I mean? It's fun, it's a lot of fun. So, I get to do that, and I get to play the guy that runs over snow or hangs off the top of a bat or, and one day my son will see it, one day his son will hopefully see it, and he'll be like, that's Granddad Orlando. Or when I'm dead and buried, they'll be like, that was great Granddad Orlando.
It's a legacy. It's a legacy.
It's nice to feel like, you're a part of history in that way.
And in terms of how it's changed, like the filmmaking process for you on the ground between the original trilogy and now for the Hobbits, is it a lot different?
I mean, yeah, of course, in so many ways it is. 3D technology is a massive force in epic movies like this. But in the same breath, it's also quite simple. We still get up there, learn our lines, hit our marks, fire our bow and arrows in my case, and that'll never change. The simplicity of those moments and the interaction between great characters, great writers, great directors. So it's those are the things you hold on to. I mean, of course, now there can be a few more waiting around for a few more camera things that have got to happen. When you're doing an epic thing like this, but I don't know, it's still a good experience. I love it. There's nowhere I'd rather be than on a movie set.
So a fond farewell to the trilogy. And in fact, 6 movies for you.
Indeed, yeah. No, it's sort of mental, really, isn't it?
It really is. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go and carry on meeting the thousands of fans here. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, don't worry, man. It's my pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant Mr. Orlando Bloom.